Hello, this is Gemma from the Crafty Little Gem. Thanks for joining me today, and this is number 4 in the collaboration with Jackie Ann's Crafty Things. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to be making this pouch box. So it's got an unusual side, but this has been, I have done this before, and somebody did ask me to do the measurements and the instructions for it. So we'll be doing that today. I'm sorry it's taken me so long, but we have finally got around to it. This was my diagram of everything that I need to know, so I'm going to pop that there. It's got the DSP and everything on it as well. So in the collaboration, we are using this fabulous set. If I can just grab it, it's the Gift of Giving. I have just managed to colour it in so it sits on that background really, really nice. I'm sticking with the Real Red cardstock, and we are going in with some designer series paper. Now your designer series paper needs to be 6.5 by 4 3/4, and you need two, one for the front and one for the back. We will pop them out of the way for the minute, and your cardstock needs to measure 11.25 by 8.25. So what we're actually going to do first of all is along the 8.25 side, so this will be the bottom, we are going to score at 1.5. That's all right, that's not going to be seen. So you have scored at 1.5. We're then going to flip it to the top, and this is where I do need to bring this in. So we are going to score at 1.5, 5, 6.5 and 10. And that is just up to that first score line. We're then going to turn it around. And I have got my T-square ruler just so I can pop it in and have it resting on that side, because you're only going to come down to 1.5 inches, or whereabouts you can be. So coming down 1.5 inches on the big bit that we've got, you're going to score at half an inch, 5.5 and 10.5. I think that's all we need. It is. So then we can get rid of the scoreboard and pop that away. Bring in your ruler, and we are just matching up these score lines to the bottom. So that one goes to there. I'm going to go over it twice so you can hopefully see it really well. And that one wants to come to this side. And then you actually want to go off to here. So there. Okay, so that's what we've got. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're actually going to cut this section away at the top. So, starting at the bottom, cutting up, and then cutting from that score line, you're cutting straight up. And I'm actually going to go in just a little bit more. There we go. And then with that, we're actually going to go up that score line and wedge that into a tab. Up that score line and that one, and this end one we're just going to completely remove like so. So then the bottom we can come in and bone fold, but these ones, because they're straight and then diagonal, you're just going to want to come in just with your fingers and pull that down again here. and then go one way and go the other way. If you've scored it well, it shouldn't be a problem. And then just this last little one here, that will literally just go up to that mark there. So that's the base of the box. I am going to come in with some double-sided tape, and because this is going to be the inside tab, I'm actually going to run adhesive straight down there, and then I'm actually going to go over the top and go down that section there, like so. So when that folds in, again, you won't be able to do it flat, so you'll be bending that round like so. So I like to decorate while it's flat. So bringing in your 2 DSP pieces, what you do is you're going to measure down 1.5 inches on both sides, and then you're going to measure in 3/4 of an inch, and that is what you get there. So I'm going to look for my smaller tea ruler now and my pen, and I'm actually going to turn this over and do it on the back because I don't want any lines to be seen. So we are going to measure down 1.5 there, and on this side 1.5, which is there. So then we're going to work across the bottom, and it says 3/4 of an inch. However, I'm going to go to 5/8 this time, I think, just to see what that looks like. I could come back in and give it another snip down, but once you've done one, you can then use the other one as a template. And I'm going to bring my cutter in, and I'm just going to line it up. There's my line there, and there's my line there. And I'm going to return and do it on this side here. And I'm just going to see how that looks now. See if I've got a nicer outline. And it is very close. So now I'm just going to go in probably a little bit more, so you can measure down 1.25 and then measure in 3/4 of an inch. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's better. So I'm going to do it again on this one. I normally just pop that one on top and do it the same. Doesn't really matter which way this paper goes. But I am going to come down 1.25 and 1.25. And then on the bottom, I'm going to do 3/4, turn it around and do 3/4. Pop that in there, pop that in there, and cut. Turn it and do exactly the same on the other side. Like so, and we'll see what that looks like. So bring this back in. And yeah, that's fine. So 1.25, 3/4 of an inch. So we'll get them glued down now with some liquid glue. Right round the edge. And then plenty in the middle. Make sure you've got yourself a nice border all the way round. and then burnish. And this actually stays flat at the top. That was me pushing it open. If I hold it from the bottom, it actually stays like that, and then you just push in the edges. So again, some more adhesive on the back. Of this one, and I am loading up quite a bit of the liquid glue, because it's not a fold flat box, it is going to be curved. And I do not want these edges coming up at all. You could even go in with, if you try and put a little hot chocolate set in, you could have a hot chocolate set in the corner, or you could just have a nice little present inside and have the two you on the front, and then maybe even the Santa on the back. That would look really nice too. So when we've done that, we can go ahead and peel these off. Let's see if I can get that bit under there. I'm not bothered about ripping that off, I just wanted that bit underneath off. There we go. And then all you're going to do is bring it round, bring this bit round, concentrate on the top to start off with, because that's going to be flat. So pop that up to the top, and then when you hit that 1.5 inch mark, squeeze the bottom in and pull. So you're lining up that score line to there. Where's that pokey tool? So then you can bring that right over to join that up like so. So then I'm going to have that as my front. Pop the two ones in, two side bits in. Oh, a little bit of glue on all of that. So this one is my front. Fold the back over and fold the front over to secure those into place. And then what you do is you just come up, reinforce that 1.5 inch section at the top so it stays closed. That's the shape of the bag that you have. This is our front, so I'm just going to come in with my little Santa. Pop some dimensionals down. This is just going to hold a few little sweets for some friends. I'm going to have him to the side. And that is our cute little bag. Decorate it up as much or as little as you want. Have fun with it. Thanks for watching. I shall see you again soon. And I hope you enjoyed this series of the collaboration. And bye bye for now.